Hello and thank you for viewing this tutorial on the WinCross banner editor. Those of you already familiar with the banner editor will hopefully find some new features that make it more user-friendly and robust. Those of you new to the banner editor will get a chance to see the powerful banner manipulation tools that WinCross provides. We have already opened a WinCross job file and WinCross SAV data file from the example subfolder located in the WinCross 13 directory. We will now choose Setup Banners to launch the Banners module. You can see our example job file already has 3 banners created, and we're going to create a new banner. If we choose, you can do a banner from scratch using the Edit Banner window, but one of the more common features is to create banners from tables. This gives you kind of a head start where WinCross does some of the legwork for you in populating the banner and the banner logic. So we will choose Create Banner from Tables, and we're going to create from 2 different tables a banner, one for gender and one for this hours per week of activities. So highlighting the columns we choose from each table, we add them to the list and select OK. We'll give our banner a name, and here you go. We can see our new banner contains the gender and hours per week that we wanted. We're going to do a little bit more cleaning and work to this banner by hitting the Edit Banner button. And here you can see we've launched the new Edit Banner window. For those of you already familiar with the banner editor, we are going to cover some new features that make the editor more user-friendly in manipulating your banners. We can see here we have cells for our gender and for hours per week. We would like to group these 2 items. To begin doing that, we're going to insert a new row above the existing row. So we would choose Rows, Insert at Current Row to insert a row above. We then would like to merge these 2 cells. So by clicking and highlighting, I can merge these 2 by then choosing Cells, Merge Selected Cells. We're going to type in a name for this group, and we're going to do a similar merging with all of these last 6 cells in the banner. So we'll choose Cells, Merge Selected Cells. Alternatively, we can do Control M to produce this merge. And this will be hours per week. To center the text in these 2 rows, we'll highlight them both and simply choose Cells, Center, Justify. At any time, you can preview the banner by choosing Preview at the bottom. That's what our banner currently looks like. Well, let's say we have a client that wants to do a little bit more work to this. We would like to merge these 2 groups right here into one cell. To do that, we will need to first change our definition. So this says less than 3 hours per week, and our banner logic will now encompass answers 1 and 2. And we now want to delete this cell. To do that, we simply choose Columns, Delete Selected Columns. And there we have it. Let's say we did that by mistake, or we want to see how that works before and after the change. We have the options at the bottom for Undo and Redo. Hovering over the button, you can see highlights what action it's going to do. I can undo my previous action, and I can actually go multiple steps back, changing not only our banner definition, but our banner text. And I can redo these options as we go along. As a final step, we are going to cover inversing these columns. Let's say we have a client that would like these columns inversed. To do that, we need to first unmerge our top row. We do that with Cells, Unmerge Selected Cells. We can now move these columns left and right freely using Columns, Move Selected Columns. You can move left or right, and you can see the control keys. Control left and control right will manipulate the columns left and right as we see fit. So using the control right, we are going to move the less than 3 hours per week column to the right. And we're going to move each of these guys around to accomplish inversing our banner. There we go. Once this is done, I can now reselect these cells and merge them using Control M. And there's our new banner. As a final step, I would like to left justify these cells, and I want to add a row of dashes in to help designate in the banner what is happening. We'll hit enter, we'll put our row of dashes in, and now if I preview the banner, we now have our gender group and our hours per week in the way we want it. That concludes this presentation covering the editing and adding of banner columns and rows. You can now go on to edit your banner further by adding options, filter logic, weights, horizontal percents, and statistical testing. Thank you for viewing. Please visit our website, www.analyticalgroup.com, for more details.